2,000 years later.
It's finally here. Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Eddie here and welcome back to my channel. And as you guys saw from the preview, we finally got these things in the mail. And what I'm talking about is the Air Jordan 2 Union in the Rattan colorway. And guys, I have a lot of complaints about the sneaker as well as the process of receiving these sneakers, but I'm gonna save that for later in the video. So guys, let's just start off right into the box details of the shoe. So what we got right here is a plain old gray box, right? So it's pretty much predominantly in this light gray, and we do have these kind of embossed holes, similar to the off-white cutout holes, but again, just very plain in my opinion. And if you actually look at the sticker on the top of the lid now, you can see that it says several things right there. And it says Union HO21. And if you guys are not familiar with what HO21 means, it just means holiday 21. So funny enough, this sneaker was actually supposed to come out during the holiday season. However, it got delayed. And with Union, that doesn't surprise me. Half of the things that these guys drop now is pretty much delayed. And guys, I really don't like saying anything negative about anybody, but I'm always gonna be honest. That's what you guys love me for, and that's who I am as a person and in real life. So guys, they did this release super bad and just botched this entire thing, right? So guys, as you probably know, if you went for the sneaker, you probably got through in the first 5 minutes of the release, probably got through fast and went through checkout and all of that, and you was clicking process your payment, right? And you kept clicking it and you kept clicking it and you kept clicking it, and it kept declining. And this happened for a bunch of people. Some people I saw were able to actually get through, but for me personally, I did not get through at all. And I was just frustrated because I'm like, yo, the first release in a while since probably the ones, because I hit the Union Jordan 1s on the website when it first came out. But for every other release, I've just struck out honestly, and I've just paid resale for the pairs that I wanted. And usually I hit them on the sneakers app. So that's kind of my relationship with Union. Like sometimes they mess with me, sometimes they don't, but you know, it is what it is on that. But that was just the problem that everybody had. So it was just processing order issue and all of that. And then they basically had to cancel the release. One word of advice that I would give to Union is to stop making it a worldwide release, because as we've seen with similar releases where they do a US release and then every other country or every other place else that they want to do it for, they do a separate release for that. And then that way they can have that kind of bandwidth to actually maintain the website. Like it's gonna crash, that's normal, but at least when we just are limited to the people in the United States, because then they'll be able to just scale their servers on a smaller scale. Obviously it's still a big scale, but by this point Union should be used to it. So I don't know how they was able to do the dunks with no issues, except the first release with the dunks, but after that they were pretty good. But then now with the twos, they messed it up completely. So I don't understand how that worked, and you know, Union, you gotta fix that. But what made things even worse is that they had to delay the release another hour and a half, I believe. And in my cook group, some people were saying that there's a bypass to checkout. So I was actually able to do that and get this pair. So before they re-released it at 12:30, I believe I hit this at 12:22. And basically what the thing was is that if you had the pay now screen available, if you clicked it, it would either process your order or kick you out. And I had 3 different pages with the pay now button, and 2 out of the 3 kicked me back to the password page. And then on my mobile device, I hit pay now, and that's how I got this pair. And then not only did they have a botched release, when you actually got your order confirmed, they canceled your order. And what they did was resend the invoice out because there was some kind of processing issue where a lot of people got charged, and I did get charged about like $2,000 or something. It was a lot of freaking money. Like I just kept spamming paying out on my credit card, and they kept charging it but not processing the order. So because of that, they had to cancel everybody's order who got the actual confirmation page, and then resend the invoice so they could just send everybody back a refund who had either the confirmation page or the order issues. And you know, that was pretty ridiculous to me. And not only that, Union wants to charge you $30 for shipping. So with this Tuesday release that I just went for today, it actually charged $5.99 for shipping, and it said about 3 to 5 business days for it to ship. So I'm gonna hold that to them and hope that that works out. But with Union, they had this whole botched release that it took like, I don't know, about a week for us to like get that whole invoice situation fixed. And then the only good thing that I'm gonna say, guys, is that they refunded all of us back for our shipping. So we only had to pay $225. However, I did win a couple raffle pairs as well, which I will be giving away. And today, this video is not gonna come out, but today I am doing a raffle for a size 8.5 gray fog. So for those of you who get through to that today, good luck to the winner, whoever that is. We won't know yet because obviously we're still in the process of that. But I will be doing another giveaway within this video, guys, so don't lose any hope. So we gonna do another giveaway at the end because I'm getting another pair next week, and whoever is the lucky winner of that, that's his shoes, guys. So sorry for the tangent, but that's just something I had to get off my chest because literally Union got me super upset with this release, and it seems like they're just getting worse and worse and worse. So that's my gripe with Union, but let's just get back into these sticker details right here. So when we look at the sticker tag, you can see that it's a size 8.5, and the sticker tag shows as Air Jordan 2 Retro SP, and the colorway show is Rattan, Siren Red, and Beach. And as I mentioned before, this is a size 8.5. However, I am a true to size 8, but this is the second pair of Air Jordan 2s that I've tried on, and honestly, the 8.5 just fits me better, just due to the fact that it has the padding and all that. So for me personally, I would recommend going a half size up. This is just based off what's comfortable for my feet, so it may be different for you. So guys, let's just open this box now. So when we open the lid, again, we have a very simple box. However, we do have 2 additional details right there. So we do have the Sidney Poitier Union logo as well as the Jumpman Union logo right there. And then we have this nice tissue paper, which actually has more of that Sidney Poitier and Union Jumpman logo. So at first, I really did like this shoe, but maybe it's because of this botch release that I'm turned off by it. And I have to say, guys, it's really not that good, man. Like, I love Union. I always supported them and I always showed love. But this release is just not it to me, man, because one, I don't think this is a $225 sneaker. And again, although they have thick pieces of suede all over the shoe and they have some synthetic leather on it, I personally believe that this should not cost $225 plus tax or plus shipping, whatever, and make it a $255 sneaker. So that's just my opinion on it, guys. So now when going onto the toe box of the shoe, you guys can see that we have a predominantly canvas toe box that surrounds the entire upper of the shoe. However, we do have some hints of suede right here. And then when we go more to the top of the shoe now, you can actually see that we have sail laces with these yellow eyelets. And then when you actually look closer into the tongue of the shoe, it's made of that similar canvas material. So now when going onto the tongue tab of the shoe, you can see that we have that Union Jumpman logo right there. And then now let's focus on the lateral side of the shoe first. So as you guys can see, we still have more of that canvas material right there. However, on these plastic yellow eyelets, as I mentioned before, we do have that Union LA logo right there, which is pretty clean. And then we have this huge strip of suede right here in that kind of rattan material right here. And also, if we actually pay attention to the underlayer of these perforated holes and on the outskirts of the nubuck, we do have some synthetic leather right there, and it's kind of a Union yellow colorway to make the shoe pop. Next, when we go into the top lateral side of the shoe, we can see that we have this logo right here. And to me, this was a big mistake on Nike and Union's part. You should never date your sneaker as a design because anything can happen, from processing issues, shipping issues that, you know, it's pretty standard right now with all these companies and everything that's going on in the world right now, or just quality control issues where you're gonna have to resend all the shoes because they're just not up to standards and not up to par. So this is a big reason why you should not date your sneakers, and everybody has realized that, and I'm pretty sure that Nike and Union won't make that mistake again unless they know for a fact that there won't be any delays. And then another detail to note is the fact that we have leather lining on the inside of the shoe. So inside the tongue as well as the surrounding ankle area is all leather, and that may be better for comfort depending on if you like leather insides or not. And then we also have a Union yellow insole right there, which you're probably not gonna be able to see on this angle, but I'll be sure to add the additional B-roll for more details right there. So now we're going on to the back heel area of the shoe now. We have a very true to the Air Jordan 2 shape. This is so beautiful to me because I really do love Air Jordan 2s. However, I do not own any. And back in the day, I wanna say 12 years ago when the Candy Pack 2s came out, I believe that the yellow Jordan 2s was the best one out of that pack in my opinion. And back then I really wanted it, but I was in high school so I couldn't afford to pay for a limited pair of sneakers. But I do love the fact that they did stay true to the Jordan 2 shape, and we will be seeing that as well on the Amama Near 2s as well as the Chicago Jordan 2s that's coming out later this year. So now when going onto the medial side of the shoe, the same thing pretty much follows suit, but since we have a clearer version of this ankle area, I do want to focus on it. So we do have more of that canvas material. However, it's in that circular cutout design, which I do think is a pretty dope detail. However, this still doesn't make the shoe like a 10 out of 10 for me. But now let's go on to the midsole of the shoe, guys. So the Jordan 2 is a very interesting shoe because it's the evolution of the Jordan 1. However, I bet some of you guys did not know that the Air Jordan 2 was initially created to be a luxurious sneaker. So all of the OG Air Jordan 2s was actually made out of this kind of Italian premium leather. And that's just something that I wanted to note right there. So again, when focusing on this midsole, we have a pretty clean midsole. I mean, it's just in that Air Jordan 2 shape, and it's all sail, so everything is pretty standard. There's no like additional color blocking to make it pop more, and that's a pretty clean detail in my opinion. So now when we go onto the outsole of the shoe now, this is a really dope detail, but it's dope that it's a different colorway on the gray fog pair, even though I do think that the red would have made more sense on this shoe versus it being on the gray fog pair, but you know, it is what it is on that. So now let's focus onto this area right here. So we have this beautiful Nike foam logo right here. And then we also have the sizing detail right there. So for those of you who are not familiar with the OG Air Jordan 2s, all of them came with this kind of size tag right here. So if you're a size 12, it will show 12 right here. If you're an 8.5, it would show 8.5, just like how it says here. So that pretty much concludes this side of the shoe. However, when we look onto the right side of the shoe, the same thing pretty much follows suit. However, we are given some additional laces, and we do have the sail laces that's standard. Next, we have these union yellow laces, and then we also have right here our rattan colored laces right there to make it match with the shoe. And that's pretty much it, guys. So let me know what you guys think about this shoe. So let's get right into this on for look. Alright. Alright, y'all, so that's going to conclude the review as well as the on full look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. So now let's go over the Union Jordan 2 raffle details. So I will be doing a retail raffle giveaway of the Air Jordan 2 Unions in the gray fall colorway, size 8.5. Something to note is the fact that I paid $255 for it. This is due to the fact that Union did a $30 shipping for the raffle pairs, and since they separated the raffle pairs versus the drop pairs, I did not get that $30 refund back. So the retail price will be $255, and whoever wins, just letting you know that you will have to pay that price. Also, I can send you an invoice, or you can Zelle me or whatever. Like, we can figure those details out through DM. So that's just something to note as a disclaimer, and me being transparent with you all like I always am. And then just another reminder, guys, the raffle will be from the posting of this video until Friday, May 20th. So make sure that you get your entries in, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you like the video, as well as comment done and your favorite Union collaboration with Nike and Jordan brands. And that's pretty much going to conclude the video, guys. So other than that, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm not even going to go over all the details, guys. At this point, you know to like, share, and subscribe, and share with your family members. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the next video, all right? So other than that, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.